Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors past, present and future. Welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. I am sorry I've got that down today. It's such a glorious view out there, but it is so bright outside that I would pretty much be sitting in the dark. So the way that the screen is. So thank you for joining me. First of all, entertainment only, and I am sorry that I didn't come on yesterday. There were 3 lots of visitors through the house yesterday at 3 different times, all staying for significant, which is great, which is absolutely fabulous, but exhausting for my mum. But yeah, she loves having visitors, so didn't come on at all yesterday today. Now it's just me in the house. She's up having bloods and platelets this morning, and we will just see how the day progresses. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. Okay, what's going on in the world at the moment? Oh my goodness, where do I start? Now, first of all, I just want to say the fog of war type comment that keg Seth, more like the fog of whiskey, but we'll keep that to ourselves. Comment that he made the other day is, I think it's probably pretty similar to what we would call in the heat of the battle. Well, he wasn't in the battle. He wasn't in the heat of it. He didn't have to make sudden decisions when he was under fire and attack and all the rest of it. So yeah, no excuses whatsoever. But what I want to actually have a look at today, now I found this quite interesting. I'm not going to have a look at it, I'm just going to mention it. Tanzania are having elections elections coming up. And apparently Instagram has blocked a Tanzanian activist who called Mange Kimambi. I do apologise if I've pronounced that wrong. She is a former fashion model turned activist, absolutely stunning person and personality, based in the US, but is a critic of the current regime in Tanzania. Her accounts have been blocked on social media because of her inciting things within Tanzania. Well, I would like to call on Instagram, Facebook, X, previously known as Twitter, et al., to block all of those that are inciting from a different country. Yeah, how about that? That'd be novel, because I was reading something the other day that was, can't even remember what it was. And the journalists were reporting it, and it was all sort of very pro-felon. And I was like, well, have you looked at it? And it was on X, allegedly from somebody within the United States. But, did you actually look to see where the account was based? Because you can do that on X now, and no, they hadn't. So I'm still annoyed with the, let's call them the repeaters of what they are fed. They're not journalists at the moment. Okay, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is I might have a look at, so Jack Smith. Oh, there's a lot coming up at the moment. Apparently the Oversight Committee is advised that they're going to be releasing epi files on the 19th of December. Jack Smith apparently has been summoned to a closed door, and he's agreed to it, but he wanted it open. But no, it's not open. To bring information about documents. That's interesting. Summons to a closed door session of the House Judiciary Committee on the 17th of December. So what are we at, the 5th now? I mean, we're looking at not long off now regarding his investigations into both January the 6th and the documents cases. Now, my cards are trying to flip out. If you're wondering what cards I'm using, it's the Smith-Waite Centennial Edition. I just want to have a look to see what is, what is Jack Smith going to bring? And then I'm going to look to see how it is received. And then I want to have a look to see whether we will hear any of it. Okay, so what's Jack Smith going to bring? Come on down, let's have a look. Get my cloth light again. I'll try the next video with the window open and see how it goes. Okay, What's Jack Smith going to bring? He's going to bring information about, I'm going to say, documents getting sold. This is about the giving and receiving, financial receipt in exchange for something else. I think he's actually going to bring information about documents being sold. Okay, let's see where it goes. The challenge is, or it was, the legal restriction that was put on by Aileen Cannon in regards to him not being able to bring this case forward. Because if either of these cases had gone forward, there was no way on earth that the Orange Twerp would have been able to cheat his way into the presidency. But I'm actually going to have a little chat about that. I'll just put the cards down and keep my hands up here so you can see that I'm not fiddling the cards. His mission wasn't complete, and I'm not talking about his personal mission. I'm talking about his soul contract mission. His soul contract mission was to expose everything, and he is. Every time there is a new development, somebody else is being exposed for the allegedly, entertainment only, either corrupt or blackmailed or addicted or abusive or you name it. Every time there is a new step, somebody new gets revealed. So, for example, the House Oversight Committee have received documents from JP Morgan Chase, Deutsche, etc., the Virgin Islands Bank, etc. If the Orange Twerp hadn't got back in, the Epstein files the Epi files would have just disappeared and probably nothing would have happened. Same with exposing those like Leon Black and Witkoff and Besant and all those. They're all finding themselves pretty much with the backside out of their pants. Okay, let's keep going with this. So what's Jack Smith going to bring? Hoo-wee! Right. The energy that it's sitting in at the moment is the Three of Cups. Can be about the circle of support, but it can be about the inner circle. This can also be about behind closed doors, hearing what they're hearing, and it's going to be quite emotive as well. Yeah, he's got volatile information to bring forward. It may even involve some Middle Eastern countries. Yeah, Middle Eastern countries, not just Russia, but also Middle Eastern countries. But in the past, okay, so this horse is being reined back. It's being stopped from moving forward. In the past, he was stopped from bringing this information forward, and it is fiery explosive. So I don't think he's going to hold back. I think he's going to bring all the receipts with him. Right, the energy over this reading is the delusion. The smoke and mirrors, the poor choice, the poor ethical choices, but there is a choice that is the correct one to make that is at the moment concealed. So the energy over the information that Jack Smith is going to bring, because I'm asking about what he's going to bring, is the smoke and mirrors, the poor choices based on greed and addiction and power and fame, etc. So he's going to expose all that. Let's see where it goes. The immediate future. There's going to be some sort of... The White House might try and stop this. Do not be surprised, because this is my White House card. This is an announcement coming from the White House, and you've got all these little people in the background walking away. Or this may simply be a working across the aisle announcement. Usually it's my announcement from the White House, but I do note here I'm drawn to the two figures, one wearing blue, one wearing red, with some sort of announcement in the immediate future. And these figures in the background might be those that are in the regime quickly scurrying for the boats, the life rafts. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, sort of truth externally. This one had flipped over. Internally, Four of Pentacles. So externally, he's going to bring it, all of it. And it's going to cut through, and it's going to be piercing, and it's going to be powerful. Internally, so what's he trying to bring? This is information that some would like kept hidden. And it does involve, I think it's about documents. Okay, thank you. It's about the stealing the documents. The majority of it, yeah, January the 6th, it was in your face. We knew what happened. It's the stealing of the documents that is going to be the big erupter. I was going to say disruptor, but my guide said erupter. Okay, hopes and fears. Well, on the battlements overlooking the world, with a plan, this can be information coming in from overseas, but this is more, I think, the hopes and fears. This is about the information, because wands for me are about communications and messaging sent overseas from the safety of Mar-a-Lago. But it's poisonous. I'm always drawn to this down here on occasion. Not all the time, but on occasion. It's poisonous. Right, the outcome. Oh, boy. Death. Death of the king. December the 17th is going to be, going onwards, is going to be really important. And I keep getting it's going to be about the documents that he sold, and there will be proof. Jack Smith will not bring anything forward without proof. Right, the Knight of Cups. So we've got the Death card, we've got the Knight of Cups. Let's see what's next. An offer to walk away, to step down potentially. Wonder if this is for the orange twerp. What's the next card? We've then got the fleeing overseas card, but being stopped, the Hanged Man. On the bottom, big stick, infighting, abject disappointment, and then a judgment card, the collective awakening of the lawmakers. That's my 10 of Wands as the lawmakers. This is my We the People card, but it can also be lawmakers, Joe Biden potentially, and just working together. Partnership. I was going to say an emotional cleansing because that's what it usually is, but I'm getting more the partnership pool in regards to that. We've got the documental, those that made money out of selling the documents, but also the legacy. We are in uncharted waters with the Fool card. We've never been here before. We've got the Seven of Swords, the stealing, the abuse, betrayal, deceit. Oh my goodness. The Nightmare card, the Treason card. Yeah, whatever Jack Smith's bringing, he's bringing the receipts. He's got it, and it will expose this treasonous actions. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There are so many options to take this regime, take this felon down. Yeah, Jack Smith is coming with the receipts. Do not be surprised. Yeah, full exposure of the stealing of the documents and the information that certain people would like kept under wraps. So let's have a look here. Oh gosh, that's going to bring an absolute, downfall, stab in the back, downfall. Oh boy, with the Sun and the Ten of Swords there. Okay, let's have a look. What is the Judiciary Committee going to think of what Jack Smith has to say? I want to ask them what the felon's going to try and do. What is the Judiciary Committee going to... What is the Judiciary Committee going to think of the information that Jack Smith brings? It won't. Usually when Mum's poking out at the bottom, it's to go on the top, but it won't let me take it. So I think that stays on the bottom, and this one's flexing. So this one's obviously got to be on the top. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah, on the bottom, there it is, the Four of Swords. What does the Judiciary Committee think about it? Yeah, back up against the wall, beaten up about it. Really having to have a good hard look at the information that they are being presented with and the legislation around this, because I don't know that there's even legislation around this, because nobody historically thought that there would be a ex-president doing this. So yeah, what are they going to think? The challenge is the Emperor. The challenge is what the orange twerp, the blackmail, the threats, etc. that he has over them. They're between a rock and a hard place, because this one fella has shown that he can have people unalive. Think of the casino executives that died in the helicopter crash, that the next day they were supposed to be testifying against the orange twerp. This is going back, gosh, in the 90s or something, is it? You've got Khashoggi, who was investigating the Kushner family. You've got the journalist that was investigating the Panama Papers. You've got Ivana Trump, who literally 2 days later was supposed to be testifying against the orange twerp in regards to his New York business dealings. Yeah, people have Susan Lynn's also brought up Mitt Romney's sister-in-law and Mitch McConnell's sister-in-law, both being unalived in, unusual circumstances, plausible but unusual circumstances. You've got Epstein. He's proven that he has people that will work for him to do these jobs. And it's not actually him, it's those that are behind him. So the challenge is the threat of the orange twerp for those on the Judiciary Committee. And we're talking the likes of, wrestling coach Jim Johnson, etc. The energy that they're in at the moment. So what does the Judiciary Committee think? They are hearing it. They have to make some sort of ruling on it or declaration in regards to what they are being presented with the Hierophant at the bottom there. In the past, they could ignore it. Now this is about this it's my vote, one of my vote flipping cards. Tennessee's showing anomalies as well. I've posted that in my post section. Ergo, they said, 180 or something thousand votes have been counted. It's 97% were calling the election, and all of a sudden another 30,000 were chucked on top, which didn't equate to, or however many that didn't equate to the missing amount. They might have said 99.7, and all of a sudden a whole heap of other. Yeah, there's something off with the Tennessee vote, which is can be my vote flipping card, but it's also, you got the stormy seas overseas. Was it, money laundering in exchange for documents, because pentacles can mean documents as well. This is what's gone on in the past, where they sort of could put their hands in their ears and go, la, 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 we know nothing about it. But in reality, they're now being presented, and it cannot be ignored, and they're in this beat up position. Crowning this reading, we got the Nine of Pentacles, those that have feathered their nest. The energy over it, those that would prefer not to know, because you've got the bird here, and birds are messengers, and it's hooded and jessied, so it can't tell. They've done very nicely, thank you very much, with the grapevine and the money here of their position in Congress, and they would rather not know. But once you know, you can't unknow. So we've got this energy in the here and now. Where's it going to go? Okay. The immediate future, the Nine of Cups, the smug merchants, but be careful what you wish for. I think I'm asking about the Judiciary Committee that is really Republican heavy, and he's got his red hat on. And they think that they've asked Jack Smith, and they think they've got all the smarmy questions that they need to ask, and they think they know the answers that they're going to get. But be careful what you wish for. You should never, in a law of court, ask a question. I know it's not a law of court; it's just a Judiciary Committee meeting thing. But you should never assume the answers to the questions unless you know the answers to the questions. So this is the immediate future. They think they've got it all smarmy and set up, etc. We've got the Temperance card, and externally it's being done to appear balanced and just and about taking action. That's how it's externally being presented. Now remember, I'm talking about the Judiciary Committee, not Smith himself, and I'm talking about the Republican heavy Judiciary Committee. So this is being done in an attempt to detoxify and in an attempt to appear balanced and doing something. Okay, internally, they're going to be presented with money trails. I suspect the hard work has been done, and I think they are going to be presented with money trails internally. Hopes and fears. We've got the legislators here themselves having to take action. Ooh dear, how awful having to take action when you're presented with the truth, with the facts. Okay, because the outcome, presented with information that has probably come from overseas intelligence agencies, about the devil and those that were connected with the devil and the network of the devil and those that took part. And there may be some in Congress who are in this position, who tied themselves to the devil. And okay, I'm going to have a rethink about the previous reading where I had the Knight of Cups and this Eight of Cups. The Judiciary Committee, it's closed doors. They may put out something simpering. The word I'm getting is simpering, S-I-M-P-E-R-I-N-G, which is sort of weasel words, not saying much, covering up type thing, and then stacking the cups and walking away. But there is potentially meetings that are going to go on, and this truth is going to be presented. And we've got Jack Smith there about the stealing, and it will bring an end to an era. Okay, I think there's going to be, I'm getting leaking from this. I'm getting leaks, and then we've got the Queen of Swords as well. And we've got the White House, and we've got the investigation, and we've got secrets being revealed with the Moon card, and information being brought forward with the Page of Pentacles about the documents. There will be something that they'll try and keep a lid on. This was the next card in my previous spread, and I didn't put it out. We may not hear all of it. There is something that they will try and keep a lid on about the mercenary actions that took place with that Knight of Pentacles. But it caused, I'm going to say, there were deaths that were caused that we may not hear about. We know, but we may not hear about. The Judiciary Committee are going to have a really, really long, hard think, because there is strength in the information, Ace of Wands, strength, Ace of Wands, about what the Orange Twerp did in the past that was just horrifically stealing, abusive. They will have a decision to make about what they actually release, but I think the information is going to come out regardless to the voter. Sun card, Tower card. And those that were connected with the Lovers card are going to just find themselves under this incredibly heavy burden that they cannot carry forward any further. Expect a number of even more resignations than what there is. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, assessing the information, the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune on the back foot trying to defend, and we've got the Uncharted Territory card. Yeah, the Judiciary Committee, that I think there's going to be, so that Knight of Cups has a different meanings with this. I think they're going to try and present some sort of smarmy, nothing to see here statement. Now, my head cold has turned into hay fever. There's something flowering that's just keeping me completely stuffed up, so I do apologise for that. I want to have a look. Will there be leaks? And I'm pretty sure there will be. You've got Jack Smith, and he knows. Four of Pentacles. He knows about what was taken and what was sold with that King of Swords. Let's have a look. Will there be leaks? The Hermit, shining a light in the dark, an investigation happening, causing some serious introspection. Will the information presented to the Judiciary Committee by Jack Smith, he wanted open. They've insisted, the Republicans have insisted on behind closed doors. I mean, Jack Smith's smart enough not to let no secret stuff, but there's a reason he wanted it open, so that the public knew. So let's have a look. Will it be leaked? Come on down, let's have a look. Right. He's got it all. He's got it all ready to go. There is money trails to be presented. And the second signifier is the sword of truth cutting through. I'm going to say yes. Actually, they're telling me to do this. Sorry. Are your guides as bossy as mine? Yeah, there's a lot of information. Lot. The Ace of Swords about the betrayal, the abuse, it's self-sabotage, but yeah, just the stealing, and those that turned their backs and went la la la, nothing to see here. Two of Wands again. There will be information that has come from overseas sources. So it's Jack Smith. He's bringing it. He's bringing the receipts. He's not airy-fairy, wishy-washing. Information coming from overseas. There's the Queen of Swords again. Maybe a female leader from overseas, or this can simply be intelligence agencies, because Queens for me are internally doing. So this will be overseas. Okay, thank you. Yes, they've confirmed that to me. This is overseas intelligence agencies providing the information about documents being exchanged for money on the international scene. Oh, far out, man. Oh, if I keep going, there will be certain people on their back foot trying to defend against this information coming out, but it'll come out. And we will be in Fool card, uncharted territories, and then the bus throwing is going to start in earnest. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Big yes cards. 3 aces actually out of all that, and it's to do with stealing. Might not hear all of it being the Page of Pentacles, but document information will be presented And it will be huge, and it will be to do with the stealing of the documents and the mercenary actions. Now, mercenaries sell for money. They sell themselves, they sell arms, they sell documents, whatever it is. And there's the selling itself. Six of Pentacles. This could be the dark money behind the scenes, or this could be the discussions on how to get it out there. Seeing things in a different way, and a harsh truth coming forward. Legal restriction and Russia. And there's the good old Tower card. Can't have a reading on a felon without the Tower card. Yeah, so we've got some sort of bipartisan announcement coming about the stolen documents. So Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles. This is the underlying energy in the here and now. Fours are just before the fives. Now, fives are about, this is the step before the challenge, before the obstacle, before the big event, the big tower event that then changes the course. We've got treason, and lo and behold, we have another four, the Four of Cups. So, will they be leaked? I think yes, but right now, because this is right now in the here and now, or when the on the 17th and going forward, we've got the four fours and the treason card. So this is the here and now energy. This is the going forward energy. And then what have we got? We've got the two stealing cards, and we've got three aces. This is big. And then, as I said, we've got the Fool card. Uncharted territory. Absolutely. Okay, just poker shuffle those back in randomly. Let's have a look. Same cards keep coming out, even though they get shuffled back in. What's the orange twerp going to do? What's the orange twerp going to do? I mean, everything feels big at the moment, but what's the orange twerp going to do? Let's have a look. What's the orange twerp going to do? Okay. Right, he's going to charge forward recklessly. Now, swords can also be air energy. What did he do? Posted 100 untruth socials in 4 hours or something ridiculous the other day. It's not all him. Know that it's not all him, but occasionally he slips one in and just goes off as banana. Yeah, he's going to relentlessly post, let me put it that way, on social media to try and stir up trouble. He may even try and invoke martial law or civil unrest or something along those lines. Just beware, he's going to do something really stupid. Challenged by the Hanged Man. Being sacrificed, knowing he's at the end perhaps. Challenged by people viewing him differently. Congress anybody? And if it comes out, it's going to make SCOTUS look really, 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 really corrupt and stupid, even more than they already are, if they try and protect them. The energy that he's stewing in is his actions of the past, but also he's in dementia at the moment. And those that have dealt with people in dementia know that as they spiral into dementia, their worst traits or their best traits, depending on whether they're wonderful people or not wonderful people, become more and more prominent. Their ability to put up the social norms to either not say something or, well, basically to not say something, gets removed. Okay, so the energy he's stewing in is his past. What he's done in his past. In the past, the steel. Yes, we know. So how's the orange twerp going to deal with this? We've got the Queen of Swords at the top. There might be some internal strategizing going on here, or this could simply be what's over him is the information coming from intelligence agencies. Oh, we've got the dark money plotting card there again behind the scenes. So 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, emotional loss and disappointment. I mean, here he's stealing 5 swords, leaving 2. I know it's the 7 of Swords, but he's stealing 5. Here's the 5 of Cups here. Here's 5 cups with the 6th cup there. A lot of underlying 5 energy for him. Emotional bereavement. I got caught. Oh dear, how sad. Internally, the Hierophant. Who is the Hierophant? Is this the Congress, or is this him in his role as royal decree? That would be the Emperor, I would think. Internally, Congress might be. Okay. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune turning. So how's he feeling? Those that were on top finding themselves on the bottom. The outcome, it's the end for him. Absolutely. You've got him here facing off against the United States. It's the ending. Oh boy. Okay. He may end up restricted in his own body, or he might find himself under legal restriction here because of his abuse of power and betrayal and deceit. Again, 5 of the something to do with the, well, is this the ending of the happy families, or is this the voter? This might spur a harder look at the votes. We've got the Emperor, the dictator, wannabe dictator, finding himself under investigation. Oh God, is that all they're going to do? And then the Sword of Truth. The Sword of Truth, because there is the money trail there, and I just glanced at the card in the bottom, and Russia. Russia, Tower. Oh, just. So, I don't think he's going to be able to wriggle out of this one. There might be some strategizing and some planning on what to do, but I don't think he's going to be able to wriggle out of it. Absolutely not. Okay, well, I might leave that reading there. Watch that space, Jack Smith at Congress, with interest. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.